Have you ever wondered why a simple touch can send shivers down your spine? Why a whisper can feel more powerful than a scream? Or why a certain scent instantly reminds you of passion? Why is it that sometimes intimacy feels electric, unforgettable, and almost magical, while other times it feels flat, mechanical, or even disappointing? Science has an answer. It's not just about the physical act itself. What really shapes our sexual experiences is something happening inside the brain. It's the process called multisensory integration, the brain's ability to combine signals from sight, sound, touch, smell, and taste to create one unified, powerful experience of intimacy. Think about it. Intimacy is never just about one sense. A romantic moment isn't only about touch, it's the look in someone's eyes, the sound of their voice, the warmth of their skin, the scent of their body, maybe even the taste of wine you share together. Each sense plays a role, and the brain fuses them together into something greater than the sum of its parts. By understanding multisensory integration, you can unlock hidden layers of pleasure, deepen your connection with your partner, and even overcome challenges like performance anxiety, low desire, or routine boredom. Imagine being able to transform ordinary moments into deeply passionate experiences just by tuning into your senses. So stay with me until the very end of this video because we're about to explore the top 7 ways multisensory integration shapes sexual wellness. And number 7, it might completely change the way you think about intimacy forever. Number 1, vision. The power of what we see. When it comes to desire, the eyes truly do more than just look. Visual input is one of the strongest triggers for arousal. From subtle glances to full body language, the brain processes visual cues in milliseconds. Research shows that erotic visual stimuli activate the brain's reward system more rapidly than almost any other type of stimulus. That's why pornography has such a powerful effect. It hacks into our visual system. But real intimacy isn't about staged images. It's about authentic, shared visual moments. Something as simple as eye contact can increase feelings of closeness and trigger oxytocin, the bonding hormone. In fact, a study from Harvard found that couples who made extended eye contact before intimacy reported significantly higher satisfaction. So, how can you use vision to enhance your intimacy? Try creating a visually appealing environment. Dim the lights, use candles, or even experiment with colors. Red, for example, has been linked to higher arousal and passion. Even something as simple as dressing in a way that makes you and your partner feel confident can change the entire experience. But while the eyes might ignite desire, it's the sense of touch that carries it forward. Number 2, touch, the language without words. Your skin is your body's largest organ, and perhaps the most overlooked when it comes to intimacy. Touch is more than physical. It communicates love, care, and safety without a single word. Science shows that gentle, slow touch activates special nerve fibers called C-tactile afferents. These send signals directly to brain regions linked to emotional bonding and comfort. That's why something as simple as holding hands or stroking a partner's arm can feel incredibly reassuring. An Oxford study revealed that couples who practiced slow, intentional touch reported greater relationship satisfaction and lower stress levels. In other words, touch isn't just foreplay. It's a foundation for intimacy. Think about it. A massage after a long day, cuddling on the couch, or even brushing a partner's hair can activate these powerful pathways. The best part? You don't need special skills, just presence and intention. Of course, touch is powerful, but sound can shape the atmosphere in ways we often underestimate. Number 3, sound, the rhythm of desire. Have you ever noticed how music can instantly change your mood? or how a partner's whisper can feel more intimate than anything else? That's because sound is directly tied to emotion. The auditory cortex is deeply connected with the brain's limbic system, the emotional center. That's why certain sounds can spark arousal or relaxation. Romantic music, moans, whispers, even laughter. They all contribute to sexual wellness. One study from McGill University found that music activates the same pleasure centers as food and sex. When combined with intimacy, the effects are amplified. Couples who listened to romantic music together reported a 40% increase in sexual satisfaction. Practical example? Build a playlist for intimacy. Experiment with different rhythms, slow, sensual beats for tenderness, or more upbeat tempos for passion. And don't underestimate the power of your own voice. Whispering affirmations or simply calling your partner's name can be deeply erotic. But while sound stirs emotion, smell might just be the most primal trigger of all. Number 4. Smell, the invisible trigger. Smell is unique because it bypasses rational thought and goes straight to the limbic system. That's why a single scent can trigger powerful memories and emotions. In terms of intimacy, scent plays a massive role. Natural body odors, perfumes, and pheromones all influence attraction. Studies show women's sense of smell sharpens during ovulation, and they often prefer partners whose natural scent signals genetic compatibility. One famous experiment had women smell men's t-shirts worn for 2 nights without deodorant. The surprising result? Women consistently preferred the scent of men whose immune systems were most compatible with theirs. This isn't romance, it's biology at work. In practice, enhancing intimacy with smell could be as simple as using essential oils like sandalwood, vanilla, or jasmine. Or it could mean appreciating your partner's natural scent rather than masking it. And while smell works in the background, taste brings intimacy right to the surface. Number 5. Taste, the forgotten sense. Taste often gets ignored in discussions of intimacy, but it can be surprisingly powerful. Kissing alone is a multisensory act involving taste, smell, and touch all at once. It activates dozens of facial muscles and even helps partners subconsciously assess biological compatibility. A study in evolutionary psychology found that kissing can actually boost relationship satisfaction by releasing dopamine and oxytocin. Taste makes intimacy more memorable and rewarding. Practical applications: sharing food, wine, or desserts before intimacy can set the tone. Strawberries dipped in chocolate, a glass of champagne, or even playful flavored products can heighten arousal. But beyond the 5 senses, there's a 6th factor that's often overlooked: the mind itself. Number 6. Emotional and cognitive integration, beyond the 5 senses. The brain doesn't just integrate sensory signals, it overlays them with meaning. Stress, trust, self-image, and emotional connection all determine how the senses are experienced. For example, the exact same touch can feel safe and loving in one context, or invasive and uncomfortable in another. That's why emotional connection is so crucial. Research published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine found that mindfulness training improved sexual satisfaction in women with low desire by over 70%. By reducing distracting thoughts and focusing on present sensations, people experienced deeper pleasure. So how do you apply this? Practice mindfulness before intimacy. Take a few deep breaths, let go of stress, and tune in to your partner. Even having a heartfelt conversation beforehand can set the stage for greater multisensory integration. And this leads us to the ultimate level, when all senses work together in harmony. 7. Full multisensory integration, when everything aligns. This is where the magic happens. Neuroscience calls it superadditivity. When multiple senses are stimulated together, the combined effect is stronger than the sum of each sense alone. Imagine this scenario. The room is softly lit with candles. Vision. Gentle music is playing. Sound. You smell hints of vanilla and sandalwood in the air. Smell. Your partner's hand brushes across your skin. Touch. And you share a sip of wine together. Taste. Add in emotional connection, trust, and presence. And you have a multisensory experience that's unforgettable. That's why people often describe their most memorable, intimate moments as magical. It's not magic, it's science. It's multisensory integration at its peak. Let's wrap this up. We've just explored how multisensory integration shapes sexual wellness. From the power of vision and touch to the hidden roles of sound, smell, and taste, and finally, to the integration of emotional and cognitive states. When all of these senses come together, they create intimacy that's not just physical, but deeply emotional, memorable, and transformative. Here's the key takeaway. Intimacy is not about focusing on one sense alone. It's about layering experiences, sight, sound, touch, smell, taste, and emotional presence into a single unified moment. And when you do, pleasure is amplified, connection deepens, and even everyday interactions can feel extraordinary. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which sense do you think plays the biggest role in your intimacy? Sight, touch, or sound? Drop your answer in the comments below. If you found this fascinating, check out my other video on the science of desire. It dives even deeper into how psychology shapes attraction and passion. You'll find it linked right here on the screen. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and share this video with someone you care about, because when we understand our senses, we don't just improve our sexual wellness, we improve our love, our relationships, and our overall well-being.